One thing that I see happen a lot in real estate is people feeling like they have to move really quickly, sometimes before they've even had a chance to really understand all of their options. Buyers worry that if they wait, someone else will purchase the home that they want. Then the sellers, they feel like they need to hurry up and list quickly before the market shifts again. But many times the wiser move isn't rushing forward, it's pausing just long enough to ask better questions. And that pause doesn't mean to not do nothing, it means preparing to make a smarter decision. So let's talk about it. Across the country, y'all, the housing market has been moving into a more balanced phase compared to that extreme conditions that we saw, during 2021 and 2022. Mortgage rates, they have recently been hovering around the mid sixes, and that has made a lot more buyers more thoughtful about their decisions. And at the same time, y'all, inventory has slowly started improving compared to that extremely tight supply, the one we saw just a few years ago. You see, that combination has created a market where buyers have more choices and then sellers need to price more strategically. And homes, now they're taking a little bit longer to sell than during those frenzy years. But y'all, none of that signals a weak market. It simply signals a more normal one. And normal markets give people something that they didn't always have before. Time to ask questions. So why do questions even matter? That's a good question. When markets move extremely fast, people often feel forced to make decisions quickly. But when conditions slow down just a little bit, better outcomes usually come from asking, you guessed it, the right questions. Questions like, what does this monthly payment really look like long term? How long do I realistically plan to live in this house? Or would preparing the home differently improve, my sale? Or what about if I wait just a little bit longer? Would it create better opportunities? You see, these types of questions, they don't slow progress, they improve direction. So what are we seeing, right here where we live, right here? Well, here in Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama, we're actually seeing many of these same national trends reflected right here. In Rome, the typical home values are roughly in the 220,000 to 235,000 range. And homes are often taking around 60 to 70 days to now go pending. In places like Calhoun and Adairsville, the buyer demand is still steady, but buyers are comparing their homes a lot more carefully before they go and write up an offer. And then there's places like Summerville, Lafayette, other areas of Polk County, other areas of Gordon County. We are also seeing homes staying on the market a little bit longer than they did during those crazy years. This simply gives buyers and sellers more room to think strategically. Meanwhile, markets in Cherokee County, Alabama, they are still seeing steady activity, but the buyers are, they're approaching their purchases with a little bit more caution and a lot more questions. And none of this, y'all, none of it suggests that the market is slowing dramatically. It's only suggesting that the market is becoming more thoughtful. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. When people have the space to understand their options, they usually make better decisions that they feel really good about long after signing that paper on closing day. Sometimes the most helpful step isn't making a move right away. It should be simply asking a few questions so you can move forward with clarity. So, if you are thinking about buying or selling or even just planning ahead, I am always happy to answer questions and help people understand exactly what their options are and what they look like in the market where they live. You can reach me anytime. My phone number is 706-767-6727, or better yet, shoot me an email, davidswift@kw.com. And hey, if you're enjoying hearing about, what's going on here in Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama, and maybe check out some cool listing videos, go ahead and like, follow, subscribe to my channel, because I will be posting new videos each and every week. Thank y'all for watching. I gotta go. I'll see y'all on the next one.